Sky separated by 1 game in the standings.
Seems like every time we turn around, she's breaking another record.
Will play without their all-star Ryan Howard. Jordan Canada guard in the WNBA in Tunisia. As the tap controlled by Cardoso in the Sky, and we are underway in a sellout crowd at the Gateway Center, and the stop right off the top by Charles on the rookie. A little rookie initiation there.
That's right. I think Tina Charles is ready tonight already. They tried to get it to Cardoso. She was met at the rim by the vet.
13th year, and you see the smiles exchanged between Cardoso and Charles.
She's like, you ain't have to do me like that. Now in the first play of the game.
Now, Kamilla Cardoso did struggle from the floor in that loss to the Lynx. Just 1 of 9 from the field. 3 points. Made her first start of her career in Chicago against the Dream last month.
I think Tina Charles was coaching her up a little bit on that move. She said go over the top, then I can't get it.
She's got a lot of wisdom to share as she's ISO'd on Cardoso. Exchanged it with Gray. The whip around, Coffey off the rim, coming off a scoreless night against New York. Dream have won 5 straight over the Sky. Cardoso flings one up, and the rebound comes out long to Coffey.
Excellent
Has Gray to her left. The drop off, and Gray the land to put the Dream on the board.
And that's the way Atlanta wants to play. Excellent defense by Nia Coffey, and that started the break. They want to push the pace, Atlanta. That's how they score in transition.
Coffey went into the starting lineup prior to Ryan Howard's injury, but brings some versatility in transition, also on the perimeter. Charles trying to run the floor and slapped out by Cardoso, and stays with Atlanta.
The other thing Nia Coffey brings is size.
Against the Liberty on Sunday. They enter to Charles. Double comes and skips to Coffey. Coffey knifing, scooping, and scoring. Put that up over Cardoso.
I love the aggressiveness from Atlanta, especially Nia Coffey. They need her to score. She cannot go scoreless in any game. They play her for her defense, but they need her to put some points on the board as well.
She surpassed 1,000 career points Friday against the Sun. That drive and layup falls for Kennedy Carter, and the Dream know absolutely what Kennedy Carter is capable of, Tabitha.
It's a big reason why they are top 10 in the league in paint production.
As Coffey gets whistled for steps, Kennedy Carter, 4th overall pick of the Dream in 2020. Spent her first 2 years here in Atlanta. Still has some affinity for the city and the organization, but after spending all of last season overseas and then signing a training camp contract, making the roster with Chicago, has she ever been a revelation? Tied with Marina Mabrey for the team's scoring lead at 14.7.
I mean, I think she's found a home here in Chicago as Reese puts up the 17-footer, doesn't get that one to go. But Kennedy Carter, just nice to see her back in the league. Was Rookie of the Month, or runner-up, should I say, at her time here in Atlanta.
Charles tees one up from distance and connects.
Tina Charles is on one tonight. She's got the confidence, too. You can see her with the mojo after every shot.
Only her 6th 3 of the year. Her last triple was at Chicago. And helping the Dream to the 7-2 lead. The fadeaway by Carter is off the mark. Cardoso saves, gathers, can't stick it in.
Atlanta's got to be weary of that because this Chicago team can really rebound the ball. They've got to box out 6'7" Cardoso. Alicia Gray doesn't get that one to go.
Shot that with the offhand as Allen probes with Jones in front of her.
You know, sometimes when Alicia Gray shoots that with the offhand, it goes in. She makes some tough shots out there.
Turn and the dish. Reese Mabrey for a 3, little heavy.
Already Mabrey 0 for 2, but that's something Tanisha Wright wants her team to look out for. They can't let her get hot.
And she can snipe it. And she got sealed underneath by Charles, rather, in the foul called on Marina Mabrey. Tabitha, 28 points, surpassing Tamika Catchings for 3rd in WNBA history in points. And a sharp start for the 13th year pro, off the mark on the first. This is going to be an interesting battle. And you have Tina Charles, one of the legendary post figures in this league, dueling with Kamilla Cardoso, Angel Reese, and some of the other ascendant posts in the league. And
I love how she's teaching the new bigs in the league. We saw her earlier at the beginning of the game, just giving Cardoso some tips on not getting her shot blocked by her. I love it.
Here's Cardoso, lets it fly, knocks it down.
Cardoso gives her a little taste of her own medicine, says you're not going to come out and guard me at 15 feet, well, I can knock this down too. I love when bigs can stretch the floor.
Still finding her form after missing the first 6 games with a shoulder injury. Fade away by Charles is off the mark, and here comes Carter. Carter with a hand in her face. Doesn't get the bounce. Cleaned up, though, by Cardoso. Sky, one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the league. No surprise when you have Reese and Cardoso. And the foul on Allen's dribble drive.
Cardoso stands at 6'7", and, you know, the Dream have got to be weary. They've got to put a body on Cardoso and Angel Reese as well. But you got 6'7" down there, and look what it results in. Now you get a foul on one of your guards because you didn't box out.
Naz Hillmon subs in for the Dream. Mabrey, the foot fake, the fire. And 0 for 3 now for Marina Mabrey from distance. Oh, pick in the pocket and the steal and lay in by Carter.
Oh, Kennedy Carter, a little sneaky steal right there. Naz Hillmon did a really good job boxing out, which is why she's in the game, but gave it right back.
And draws the foul, pestering Canada. Kennedy Carter tied his season low with 4.
Than that.
Had a team-high 15 in the loss to the Lynx over the weekend. Runner-up for WNBA Rookie of the Year with the Dream. The high-low. Charles off the hip of Reese for the land. Tina Charles is given a lesson down low to those young Sky Bigs.
Showing that she's still got it. She's wrestling down low right now to Cardoso. Forced her to give it up.
Mabrey slicing, and the fadeaway clings to the rim and down.
Marina Mabrey with a little sigh of relief. That rolled all around the toilet bowl before it went down.
Gravity took over. Dream by 2. As we approach the midway mark of the first quarter.
Nice.
Oh, great feed on the back cut. Charles drawing 2 and finding an open Haley Jones, the second-year pro from Stanford.
This is what moving the ball gets you. The ball isn't sticking to one side like it did in that second quarter of the New York Liberty game for Atlanta. It's moving side to side, being able to break down that defense. You find the open man.
The bucket by Carter. Gives a little wink to the crowd on the back pedal. Kennedy Carter propping up the Sky offense early. Right now, the Sky trying to find some stops. Dream have started 5 for 8. Once again, in deep, Charles got chopped away by Reese. Reese can't pry it free. Hillmon rescues it. Gray on the pull-up, and that falls.
They're sending a double team at Tina Charles, and she catches the ball down low. Charles doing a good job with her vision of finding the openings.
And we're seeing teams do that often against the Dream because they're last in the league in three-point percentage. They don't have Ryan Howard out for a 5th straight game. And so if you're the Dream, you have to make some threes to get the Sky to respect you.
Kennedy Carter battling down low with Naz Hillmon.
Boy, outside, inside, hasn't mattered. Tina Charles has been automatic so far.
I mean, this is a clinic right now with the posts on both ends of the floor.
Gives her 8. Reese given space, triggers the 3, doesn't get it.
We've had a couple shots for Chicago that have gone in and out. That one pops out.
Yeah, the Sky are the poorest three-point shooting team in the league, 29%. So far, 0-4 from deep. The step through in the reverse. Charles cleans up her own miss, but can't get the stick back.
We are seeing some vintage Tina in this one. I mean, how old are you again, Tina? She's my age, I think.
I know you said earlier Tina Charles still has it. She might say, I never lost it.
Thought about retiring last season. We sure are glad that she didn't here in Atlanta.
And off the roll, there's the first bucket for Angel Reese.
Sigh of relief for her. See her talking to herself going down the floor, but she's happy to get that one to go down. It's been pretty physical down there.
Named the Rookie of the Month in the WNBA, her record 10th consecutive double-double. Vance had to sweat it out. She didn't get her 10th point until a free throw with 23 seconds left as that rainmaker drops by Gray.
Cheyenne Parker over here dapping up Alicia Gray when she's on the sideline. I love the intensity from Atlanta, and that's something they worked on those few days off before the Connecticut game. That's how we saw that resurgence in that Connecticut game and New York.
Layup off the mark by Mabrey. As Gray comes up a little ginger. The drive and dish, and a blocking foul called on Allen as she hit the deck trying to set her feet.